Hey, what's up guys? I'm back here with some Minecraft Let's Play, and I'm just gonna pick up where I left off with detailing the docks, so let's get down to the docks. Okay, I'm down here at the docks, and I just want to finish up detailing, or at least get close to finish with the details on the walkway part of the docks. So my idea is to fill in some of these areas here to mesh in with the stairs, maybe touch up some of the stairs that are a little messed up, like this one. I might just fill it in with a block. And I might actually expand this walkway a little bit, because my idea is to eventually put some fence posts on the outside here. And then if I put fence posts on the outside, I have a feeling that this little walkway right here isn't going to be wide enough, so I might end up widening it even further. We'll see about that once I start putting the fence posts up. I also want to put in the supporting post that will go down to the ocean, which will be spruce logs, so I'll have to probably go chop down some more spruce trees for that. But for now, I'm just gonna add in the blocks behind the stairs to make it blend in a little bit better, so kind of like that. And I'll probably add in some slabs on the corners around here too, just to mesh it in a little bit better and make everything transition a little bit smoother. I'll mess around with all of it and I'll see what I could come up with. Okay, so I got done adding these blocks into the corners and everything. So we'll just take a quick look at that. See how that looks in all the corners. You can see right there, there. Definitely makes it look a little bit better, not as jaggy. I didn't do the slabs yet, I'll get to that next. But overall, it seems to be improving. Looks a lot better in my opinion. Slowly but surely, it's all freehand. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be a big dock, that's for sure. And all the little corners were done. So the next thing I'll do is I'll do the slabs, and I'll try and do the slabs in each of these little corners, and I'll see what that looks like. And then I'll come back and we'll just go from there. I'll probably end up expanding this after I do the slabs. And then that might be it for this episode, depending on how long all that takes, but I'll quickly do the slabs and we'll see where that gets me. Okay, I got all the slabs done, and it's starting to look pretty good. It's looking a lot smoother. But as you can tell, the walkway itself is even more narrow. So we're definitely gonna have to expand that next. Like right here, we only got 2 blocks, and if I want to put a fence post up, you would only have like 1 block of room to walk unless you're walking on the slab. So I'm definitely gonna expand that out even further. I'm probably gonna have to expand it like 2 blocks out, maybe even 3. Depending on how wide of a walkway I want. I'm thinking I'm gonna want like a 3 wide walkway, so yeah, I'm probably gonna have to expand it out like 3 more blocks, so I could have 1 block for the fence post and then 3 for walking. But so far this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna get to expanding this walkway a little bit more. Alright, so now I widen the walkway a little bit. Now it should be about 4 to 5 planks wide everywhere you go. A lot more room. That way I could put up some fence posts on the edge here. That way you don't have to worry about just walking right off into the water. And I will start putting some supports down into the water. That way it doesn't look like it's just floating off the edge. But yeah, all around it's just wider. That way you don't feel like you're just gonna fall off. I'm probably gonna end up just doing a spruce for the supports. Okay, I got some spruce. Now I'm gonna place them in the corners or just in areas where I think there should be some support beams. And we'll go from there and just kind of add to it and see where it looks best, and eventually build them down to the point where either they hit the bottom of the ocean floor or you just can't see them anymore and they look natural. So we'll do that. Put one there, and put one in this corner, and in this corner, and we'll just go through here. And I think I don't want to space them out evenly as well, but for the long straightaways, I think it's alright. In that corner, straight away we could do like right about there. And I'll check out how this looks when they're all placed down. I'll get on a boat. I'll space that out a little bit more. Probably right about here, and then that should be good for that one. And I can probably place this one right about there. Yeah, that looks good. Place that one right about there. And then that one right about there. And that one right about there. Yeah, it looks fine. And we'll do one right about here. And one right about here. One right about there. One right about there. One right about there. One right about there. And again, I'm just trying to evenly space them out as much as I can throughout the corners anyway. And then once I get on the straightaways, it's just kind of, they're more or less spaced out a little bit more. I think that looks fine. I'll get in the boat and I'll check it out then. See if it looks a little dumber or whatever. Obviously put one in that corner, and then I'll move this one over a little bit. Just kind of space it out a little bit more evenly. And I'm gonna make a daytime real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll check them out. See if they're all spaced out decently, and if not, then we'll come back, fix the placement, and then we'll start building them down into the water. So yeah, I'll just make a daytime real quick and we'll check that out. Okay, I'm back. It's daytime, and I just wanted to take a quick look farther out in the ocean, see what this looks like with all the spruce logs in their current places. So let's go do that real quick, get in the boat. We'll probably go back over to the island that we always go to, and we're trying to get a good bird's eye view of this. So just come up to this island, check it out real quick, see what this is looking like. Zoom in maybe. I don't think it's looking too bad. Again, there's gonna have to be some places where it's a little bit spaced out more, because there will be areas where there's gonna be an actual shipping dock that sticks out. So I gotta plan for that too. And I'm thinking the shipping docks are gonna be in this area over here. So those two spaces right there seem to be spaced out pretty decently. And I could use that area to put a shipping dock and just have it stick out further than the rest of it. And I was thinking of having one over here as well. So let's see if there's one over here that I space out a little bit. I could probably move this one down a little bit. Maybe put it over there, since this one is already kind of nice and straight. But yeah, my idea is to have a shipping dock right in this area, and probably right over here. That way ships could park here, and ships could park here. And then the rest of it will just be kind of a walkway. But so far I think that's looking good. I might just come over here, move that block down a little bit. That way it's spaced out a little bit more evenly with the rest of this. And then get it so that block is over a little bit more, and then that block's down a little bit more. And then we'll have this whole area to build out. Same thing over here, we'll have that area to build out. And we could start building the post down. And then it should all come together. And as for when I start building the ships, I'm not really sure when I'm going to start building the ships, because I am not the best shipbuilder. My ships always look terrible. I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of research on the whole shipbuilding process. And the fact that it's been a while since I built anything at all, yeah, my ships would definitely be terrible. I'm pretty sure this is the area that we want to fix real quick. Let's break this, put it over here, and put another one over about here. Let's space this down a little bit. And take another quick look, make sure that's fine and dandy. If not, we could do a little bit more adjustments to it, but that should be overall pretty good. Let's see, how's that look? Alright, there's that one, there's that one. I'm gonna go count how many blocks that is. And then I'm gonna space that one out equally to that one, because there is a little bit more room on that side for me to space it out. So I'll do that, and then that should be even, and we could actually build the dock out a little bit in those areas, and then we'll add more spruce logs to the ends of it, or even in the middles. And then we can start building the logs down. So let me just count this out real quick. Alright, I counted 20. Now let's go over to this other area where I want to build a dock for the ship, and we'll count that one out, try and make it as equal as possible. Alright, how many is this one? Okay, so that's where that should be. Alright, now we're making decent amount of progress. I'm probably gonna need more oak so I could build these out. Not really sure how far I'm gonna build them out, but yeah, I'm gonna build them out. And I just seen a dolphin glitch out of the water. He jumped up in the air and he stopped right about there and just glitched. Not sure if anyone else seen that, but that was funny. So yeah, before I start building any of these planks, the logs down more, I want to build this out a little bit further, because this is the actual dock part of it where the ships will come up to. So I'm gonna build this out to a reasonable amount, and then we'll finish off with the logs. And then once the logs are finished, then we'll add like defense posts and stuff like that. Oh my god. Alright, so let me go get more oak planks, and I'll be back and finish up the rest of the dock part of it, and then we could add the rest of the spruce logs. Okay, I'm back with some oak planks. I'm just gonna scale on out into the ocean a little bit more and see how far I want to build this whole dock part of it. Not exactly sure how far out I would want to build it, but I'll experiment with it, and I'll probably just cut through this until I'm done building it, but I'll get back when I'm done. Alright, so I finished one of the dock ports so far. I just wanted to give you an update on what it's looking like. I decided to actually make it a little bit smaller. You could see I actually made it quite a few blocks smaller on each side, because of how wide it was and how long I built it out. Like, I was only building it out this long, it just looked too blocky for my liking. So for how small I made it now, I'm actually going to be able to fit probably 2 of these side by side here. So I could probably put 1 more of these over here, and then I'll probably be able to put maybe 1 or 2 over on that side over there. But yeah, I just wanted to show you what this is looking like so far. I'll give you a little bit of an aerial view over on the island over here, just so you could see what it looks like from a distance. So far I think it's looking good. I haven't built any of the logs down yet, but I'll do that once I'm done with the docks. And so far this is just what it's looking like. It's not bad. I think it looks better than what it did when I had the really big one. That's how big it was before. It was way too blocky. Now it fits in with how big the walkway is. And like I said, I'm probably gonna put another one of those about right over here, and then this whole area is just gonna be walkway, because it's a bit awkward and diagonal to put one of those in. And then I'm probably gonna put one right here, and I might put one over there, depending on how much room I have over here. If not, there will just be one. but we'll see. And I'll just get back into it, and I'll give you an update as I go along. But for the most part, this is what it's looking like. It's looking a bit better. It's coming together, and I'll get back to you when I'm done with the rest of them. Alright guys, I'm finally finished with the docks. I ended up building a total of 4 of them. So I'm just gonna show you around all of them and just give you an idea what they all look like. I mean, they're pretty much identical to the first one that I showed you. I just copied them over and built them in different locations. That way it filled in a lot of the walkway. But there's one at the very beginning. I didn't build any of the posts down, so it just looks like it's floating still. That's gonna be the next thing I do, is build all these spruce log posts down into the water. That way it looks like it's actually being held up by something. But I wanted to actually build these docks where the ships can come up to first. And then there's the second one. And there's a third one over here. And then the fourth one I already showed you earlier. They're all the same dimension. And I'll just give you an aerial view of it from the island again. Just so we could get a better view of it, which I think it's actually looking pretty cool. Oh god. I think it's looking pretty cool with all the docks. Definitely adds a lot more to it. And I can't wait to eventually add some ships to it. But for the most part, it's definitely looking a lot better in my opinion. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. It definitely didn't look bad with just the walkway, but I think that looks cooler nonetheless. And once we have ships parked into those dockways, that's gonna look amazing. And like I said in the first episode, I want to build like bridges and stuff like that that come down the cliffside and they'll like lead onto the walkway. And then on the walkway itself, kind of just build concession stands and stuff like that. But for the most part, that's what we're looking at. So far, this is what it looks like. And I'm just gonna go over and I'm gonna start building the posts down into the water. That way it actually looks like there's support to it. And it's not just floating still. Has some structural integrity to it, rather than just floating on water, because you know that's how physics works. So yeah, I'm just gonna go around and I'm gonna start adding these spruce logs under the water, just like this, which is gonna be a pain, especially if I need to go all the way down to the bottom. I don't know how far I should go down, if I should go all the way down to the bottom or not. I might go close to the bottom but not all the way down, just kind of until it's not really that visible. That might be good enough actually, because you can't really tell for how dark the logs are. I mean, depending on the angle actually, you could tell. I'll mess around with it and then I'll start building them all. I'll come back and then we'll take a look and see what it looks like. Okay guys, I finished up with the spruce logs and I built them almost all the way down to the bottom. It's about 3 to 5 blocks above the bottom of the ocean floor, but as you can see, you can't really see how far down they go. Just looks like they go pretty much all the way down. So let's just take a quick look at that and see if it looks any better. Definitely doesn't look like it's floating anymore. Looks like it has that support. And that's what I was going for. I wanted to make sure that there was some support there. So yeah, I probably didn't even need to go down as far as I did. I went down like about that far. I probably could have got away with only going down about that far. But all around it looks like it goes pretty much all the way down to the bottom. And now it looks like we have support. It's not just floating on the water like it was before. And now what I want to do is I want to add fences around the whole walkway, and maybe on the docks too. That way you don't fall off into the water. And it just adds a little bit more detail to it as well. And I'll probably add some slabs too. Like I'll probably put some slabs on top of these like that. And I'll do that for all of them. So I'll do that real quick. I'll put slabs on top of all these logs. That way you don't see the wood grain in there. I like glitched out for a second. That way you don't see the wood grain. And then after I do that, then I'll put fence posts throughout the whole thing. And I'm pretty sure that will finish up the dock and this walkway. Other than building ships, which will be a completely separate project. And will take probably a little while to do that. But yeah, other than the ships, this is pretty much done after I do this and I put the fence posts up. So I'll do this real quick and I'll be back. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much it for the slabs. I think I got all the logs and I topped them off with the slabs. So now I'm gonna start on the fences and I'm just gonna put them in between here like this. Just connect them. That way we have a little bit of like a railing, I guess. Add a little bit more detail to it. Just like that. And we'll do this for the whole thing. I don't think I'll do it on the dock. Maybe I'll do it for parts of it. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it yet. I might just test it out, see how it looks, and then if I don't like how it looks, then I won't do it. But yeah, I'm gonna do this for the whole thing, and then we'll check it out, see how it looks, and then that's pretty much gonna be it for the dock. I just need to make more fences, and we could finish this up. Should have brought my crafting table with me all the way over there. Probably couldn't make another one, but I'm trying to spare my wood. Let's see. Might actually need to get more spruce. Alright, I'm gonna put these fences up and I'll be right back. Alright, so I finished up with the fences on the edge, so you don't have to fall in the water. I decided not to put any on the docks themselves because, I don't know, for me it makes sense not to have any type of fences on this, since there's gonna be like boats and stuff pulling up. And You don't want to have like anything obstructing the sides, like so it would make it harder to get cargo off and stuff like that. That's what makes sense to me, but I'm pretty sure there are some areas where they might have like rope or something on the side there. I might change that in the future, but for now I think this looks fine to me. And once I actually build ships in these dock areas, then I might actually add something here. That way I could put the ships in here, and then I could put like the landing pads to the docks, and I could build around that. But for now, this is a good rough idea of how I want it to look. The walkway anyway, and then the docks for the ships. And I think it looks overall pretty good. The fences go all the way around. A little tight here, but you can manage. It's just a walkway. There are some areas that are bigger, which, like I said in the first episode, we could use those bigger areas as a place to build concession stands and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's just a nice walkway to go around the cliffside and just take a nice stroll around the bay. So yeah, the fences go all the way around. And you have the slabs too to cover up the spruce logs. And then I'm probably gonna eventually build like a stairway up. But for now, this is just the dock itself. And I'll build a stairway up here, along with, like I said earlier, the bridges that will come down along the cliffside. But there'll also be a stairway here. But I just want to take a quick look on the island, get like a more of an aerial view of it, see what the finished product looks like. Because this took a pretty long time since it was a bigger project. Not so much detail, but just the size of it and the amount of resources that I had to gather. Just chopping trees and waiting for them to grow, that's what took the longest. So yeah, that's the overall finished product. I think it looks pretty good. I think that's pretty much it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.